All right. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day to everyone watching this stream. I am your host, Days Freak, alongside my co-commentator, Galaxy Connor, the Irishman. How are you doing today, Connor?
Good, getting excited for the race here in Abu Dhabi. Usually a season finale, but with the random calendar draw, it's in the middle of the season, so
Yeah, only round 4 here today for Division 2, 3, 4, 5, and Division 1 last night. Oh, with our points championship leader, our drivers championship leader, I should say, Grunty being absent today. The current leader out of everyone here is the Williams of Stygian. Do you think Stygian can capitalize on Grunty's absence and get the win today, or is he going to get bogged down in the middle of the pack?
well, he has had some very consistent races this season, and without his championship rival Grunty in the race, I think he can take advantage of that and get a good lot of points today and hopefully take the lead of the championship. Did say last week he might not have made it, I do believe, in the interviews.
As we are riding along with our first man out of the pits, the Aston Martin of Breezy. Fun little story about this track. It has been remodeled. The chicane hairpin is no longer has the chicane down there. It is now just a hairpin. End of sector 2, that chicane there has also been removed. It's another sort of hairpin, not quite a hairpin, but I call it that. And pretty much all of sector 3 has been reprofiled as well. Will make it a lot smoother and faster, make it easier on the drivers to follow each other. How much do you think the dirty air is going to play a factor in Sector 3 in today's race?
Well, it is very easy to go off the track in Sector 3 without the dirty air, so with the dirty air on lap 1, I think there will be a lot of people going wide and maybe picking up warnings and penalties.
Certainly can be a possibility. Penalties are always a factor at every track you go to. Abu Dhabi definitely one of those tracks.
Yeah.
Breezy now setting up for his hot lap as he comes out of the final corner. He'll be starting his hot lap. Gonna ride on board, heading into turn 1, down to 4th gear for here. Short run down to turn 2, followed immediately by turn 3. Oh, and he loses the rear end. Oh.
It's not a good start for qualifying for Breezy.
That was definitely, he had no indication that that was going to happen until he was already facing the wrong way.
We
go on to the Williams of Genghis Logan. Thank you for pointing him out. Wasn't sure if it was Stygian or him, but he heads into turn 1 now. 4th gear corner for him. Very easy on the power out of the corner. Much easier through turns 2 and 3. Much easier than Breezy. He went very nearing here. Now heading into turn 5. Down the 3rd gear for this one. Opens up the DRS down the back stretch. First of 2 DRS straights on this racetrack. Top speed of 204 miles an hour before he heads into the chicane in 2nd gear.
Oh, and he spun out the chicane.
And he tried to catch it. He couldn't though. So we move on to the Red Bull of Crazy Fish right behind him, who's just exited the chicane. He's heading down the 2nd DRS straight now. He's going to hope he can get a toe off of Genghis. Not quite going to get it off of him, nor the Haas of Macy Q. Now through the first 2 sectors, a 53.2 is what I think I saw for the first 2 sector times for him. Out of the 2nd hairpin now, he's into the triple right-hander.
It's a very fluid part of the track there. I quite like it, enjoy driving there.
Yes, I much rather enjoy this version of Abu Dhabi than the old version. Now through the final corner for the Red Bull of Crazy Fish, and to the line it's a 24-4. Oh, and Breezy's disqualified. Breezy has been disqualified.
That is very unfortunate for him. He'll be starting last in the grid.
It's certainly not what he was looking forward to doing. Steffi, in the meantime, so Crazy Fish puts a pole by a 24-4, 24-7 for the Ferrari of Steffi. Benny Boy in the McLaren with a 26-3. And Slither and me now just crossing the line, putting up a 40.0. I have to assume that's a warm-up lap.
He just on a lap. Cengiz Logan, is he on a lap, or he come back in the pits? He's on an in lap. The Haas.
I do believe he's on an
hot
lap.
The Haas has got a good bit of traffic.
They do. That he does. It's just him. Jay Slee's still in the pits. Cengiz Logan now making his way through the third sector.
I don't like that part of the track. It's very easy to spin for it if you don't have the right shadow.
Triple right-hander.
Yeah.
Penultimate corner now, final corner for the Williams. Cengiz Logan right on board, and there we go. Now we're better. He puts up a 25.9. It's P3 for the Williams. Williams currently leading the constructors despite Runty's valiant effort, scoring every single point for the AlphaTauri team, all 99 for him. Shh. Yes, I know. I hear you. Macy Q in the meantime, 25-0. It's P3 for the Haas.
XRL Village.
Got an AlphaTauri going slow.
Cornish on an outlap.
Cornish. Oh, and Veloce has cut the first chicane, I should say. The only chicane, in fact, on this track now.
Grunty seems to be enjoying it in chat.
Who?
Grunty seems to be enjoying it in chat.
Well, I appreciate you enjoying the stream here, Grunty. Let me pull up the stream myself. Turn down the volume. Oh, good. It's already all the way down.
Cornish comes into the new part of the track now. It's very different compared to what it was in last year's game. On the straight now.
Oh. So a 28.8, but it was invalidated, so he'll go again. Who is the car that has spun? And that's Poyea. She spun out of the final corner and started burning the rear tires. Sat in a hammock, that must be nice. Poyea with a 43.5, 28.0 for the Alfa Romeo of Locker. He might be looking to improve on that lap. He's only down by a tenth though.
Cornish in the last
down
sector.
by a tenth.
It's been a pretty tidy lap from him
Alfa
so
Romeo
far, but
driver
I think that
Matty
is
crosses the
validation.
line with a 40.8.
I think it's validated.
Cornish, yeah, he is validated.
Stygian still in the pits. On paper, the fastest driver here today. Oh, and that's Camo spotted.
Neither of them, Aston Martins, seem to be having very much grip coming through turns 2 and 3.
It
Back onto Veloce. He's coming out of the final corner. Oh, and he spins. It's definitely going to hurt his lap. The 30.1 for the AlphaTauri.
I do remember last year's as well. If you didn't get the setup right, it's very easy to spin it on turn 2 and 3, and that's what the Aston seem to be doing today. So Mercedes now is round of Quirky.
Car coming out of the pits, and it looked like it was about to cause serious mayhem for a moment. For a handful of drivers. I believe the driver coming out of the pits was the Ferrari of Shane. It was.
He has on a lap.
Next man to look at will be Camo. He's coming through Sector 3 now.
He's spotted his lap, I think.
Put the drive right under the hotel.
Does not look fun grunty at all with Luke's driver spinning.
Ultimate corner now through the final corner. To the line, it's going to be a 37.4 for now.
Grunty will be watching this, hoping Stadium doesn't do too well. Cheer.
Who we've got now.
Camo spun again. That's the
has he
second
now?
time he spun it there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's set up. It doesn't look like he set the car up very well for that part of the track. Ooh, jumps over the bits of the track. Tornado across the line. Puts a P2 with a 24.6. Absolutely flying right now. Quirky across the line has just put up a 41.3. We've got a driver who just joined. I don't know if he's a part of the RSF1 or not. Oh, Shane gets disqualified, and as he does, Quirky spins out of turn 3. He's got enough time to turn himself around, and he probably should do that. And Shane's been disqualified now. Wow. You hate to see it. Next man we're going to look at, I believe, is the Haas of Slee, Jay Slee. He will be starting his hot lap now. Next man across the line, though, will be the Alpine of Eagle. Let's see if he can put up a good time here. He's come through the final corner now. To the line, it's going to be a 124.7. It's P3. Alpine looking very strong right now. Very strong.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just messaging someone there, so what's talking?
Ah. Understood. We've got Stitchin finally coming out of the pits. He's down the second DRS straight right now. As Jay Sleek passes him to the end of Sector 2. Its time will be a 53.6, putting up a very good lap right now as Jay Sleek. He's got one more sector to go, though.
Stitchin's on his pit lap, the highest position.
We got one more guy to wait for now to put up a lap, and that's him in the McLaren. Picking up, he may be coming out with his teammate at the same time. To the final corner for the Haas of Jay Slee. Across the line, it's going to be a 25.0. It's P6.
Johnny right up board with Stitchin. He's just started his lap.
I will turn 1. He's down to 4th gear for turn 1. Short run to turn 2. About 80% on the throttle there. Backs off again for turn 3. Now turn 4. Rides the inside curb. He's good though. 17.5 through the first sector. Down to 2nd gear for the turn 5 hairpin here.
He's getting
Looks like he might be getting a tow here. He will be getting a tow. It's off of a Haas.
He's very beneficial for him. The Haas is get out of the way.
Yeah, he does. He gets out of the way, and wow, Stitchin just got a massive tow down that straight. That could have shaved off about a quarter of a second off his lap. He's going to get another tow here from a McLaren now. It might be Willow.
Very lucky here for Stitchin. It's coming in the
I don't believe it. It's a 53.4 through the first 2 sectors for the Williams. It's 5th gear on the exit of the 2nd hairpin.
Flying
now through the
Dutchman.
triple right-hander. Down to 3rd gear for this one. He's just going to keep it in 3rd gear and up to 4th now. Riding a little wide on the exit of turn 14.
Keeps it all valid.
15 flat. The final corner.
Very tiny
to the
lap.
line. Stitchin's going to put it with 24.7. I'm honestly shocked.
Yeah, after all those toes on the straight, I thought it would have been higher. Or is his Williams teammate?
Jenga currently is P12 with a 25.7. Over a second slower than Stitchin. We've got 3 minutes left in the session. If you want to put out another lap, I would think about coming out soon.
I'd say.
And it looks like Stidgen's going to give a tow to the McLaren of Willem.
Yeah, I think they're all
Stidgen
friends.
repaying the favor to Willem.
Yeah, Willem is Dutch and knows him from school as well, I think. So they are friends.
Yeah, no, they are friends. I was told by Stidgen last week.
It's good to see people inviting their friends to the server, helping it grow.
I would certainly love to see this server grow, especially Div 5, so we can have some more reserves. That way the admins aren't so scared about moving people up. I think some of my Div 5 friends might know who I'm talking about. Cough, cough. Top 4 finishers last week and the week before. And Willem puts up a 24-1.
Locker's
Wow.
retired. Is that in the pits? I don't think it is in the pits.
Tornado also retired from the session. He
What's
was in
he
the pits.
on flag
Stidgen
for?
retires in the pits now. It's just something that shows up on this screen. It's nothing we can do about it. But Willem puts up a 24-1. So despite McLaren not having Alex Demas due to being moved up to Div 1 immediately after last week's race, they still have Willem, and he has definitely shown he is not a one-trick pony.
Yeah,
He's
he
definitely got the pace.
had a very strong race last week as well.
Got a yellow in Sector 3 for Matty. He's just getting out of the way of the Mercedes drivers of Slither and Me and Quirky. We're going to go on board with Quirky, who's improved his lap by almost 15 seconds into the final corner now for the Mercedes. Across the line, it's a 25-3. It's P13. Oh, and Slither and Me in the background. You see him spin out. Matty is going to start his hot lap now. He is P15. He is on the bubble to be eliminated. Poyea is facing backwards. She's going to have to turn her car around or she's going to be disqualified. She does a good job not burning the tires, but...
Willem, comfortable with his lap, of course.
Of course.
Matty, he's
across the line will be not... No, actually, Jace Lee is coming into the pits. We go to Camo.
Matty
putting up another lap here. We got 30 seconds left in the session. Eagle has retired in the pits. We got Jace Lee coming. No, not Jace Lee. Sorry, I thought Jace Lee was coming back out. I was like, how is he already coming out? Valache has retired. He is in 17th, so he is done with the session. Cornish looking to put up one more lap. I don't know if he's going to have the tire life to do it. Jengus not far behind him, also looking to put up another lap.
Matty in P16 coming in the last corner now. Can you get out of the bottom 5? He's a bit up on his lap. And he does, he goes P7.
He does, 7 tenths. It's more than safe, but he's knocked Benny Boy out. Benny Boy is going to be out of the session. Poyea is the only thing standing between Quirky making it to the next session or not.
He's
Quirky
8 tenths down.
Has been one of the fastest guys in Div 2 all season. Could he be out in Q1 tonight?
Pella's 8 tenths down on their lap. Unless he can gain a second in the second sector. Or in the third sector.
Remember, she spun out right out of the final corner, so she could find a lot of time here.
They don't.
And she does, but not enough. It's a 25-8. She needed another 5 tenths to beat out Quirky, so Quirky is safe. Poyea is P18. Breezy Shane got disqualified. Valache P17 and P16. Benny Boy. Your top 3 for Q1: Willem, Crazy Fish, and Tornado.
Good.
The only 2 we're waiting now on are Jengus and Cornish. Both have invalidated their laps, so they'll both probably be pulling into the pits. That is exactly what they are going to do. They know they're safe. And that is Q1 officially over.
It's a very action-packed Q1 session, a lot of spinners. Good battle for the top or the bottom 5 as well. Yeah, Willem very dominant in Q1 as well. Moving on to Q2, who can get into Q3 shootout.
Following your top 3, you've got Macy Q, Stygian, Eagle, Steffi, Maddie, Camo, Jay, Sleet, Locker, Cornish, Jengus, Logan, Slither, Me, and Quirky Turtle, all making it into Q2.
Good job by them. Shane
Top
got
13 less than a second apart, but Willem up over 3/10 on Crazy Fish.
Shane, the RSF1 commentator, he's been knocked out of Q1, so he's been disqualified.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I think it said he was blocking the pit lane. I think he spun out and he was trying to get the car back, but he had to wait for drivers to pass on before he could go, and by the time he could, they disqualified him. Right.
Oh, and that's a Red Bull out first. It's like Crazy Fish.
Crazy Fish. Be the first man out of the pits too.
A friend just asked to be invited to RSF1. Gonna invite him.
Yeah, go ahead. Hopefully he'll beat Div 5 pace.
No, he's pretty fast. He'll be Div 1 probably if he does time trials.
Hopefully after this season we'll have hopefully we'll have like a certain number of reserves allowed for each division. Because having 15 reserves for Tier 1 is going to be kind of nuts. Meanwhile, Div 5 has literally 3 reserves, and we haven't had a full grid since the first race. And I don't even think that was a full grid.
Yeah, but like, that's because people didn't lose time trial regions. So you can't put Tier 1 reserves in Div 5 because then they'll just dominate.
Well, certainly not. I don't mean that big of a drop-off. I just mean put them down a division if they can't. Because some of the reserves for Div 1, they're probably not going to see a single race this year.
Yeah, a lot of them could go
I mean, there's so many, and it's not just Div 1. Divs 2, 3, and 4, I think, also have like 8, 9, or 10 each.
Yeah, Div 3 does have quite a few reserves.
So we're riding along with Crazy Fish. He's exiting turn 1, now turn 2. Has been a bit of a problem corner so far, but he seems to get it good.
Tidy through there.
He keeps going through turn 4.
Camo been one to spin through there. He's also going to go through there. Can he keep it on the track? It's a bit twitchy, but he does keep it stable.
We got a yellow in sector 3. Looks like it's an Alfa Romeo starting to warm up for their lap. Letting off the gas a little bit, I'm guessing. Now down the second DRS straight for the Red Bull of Crazy Fish. To the sector line, it's going to be a 53-4 through the first 2 sectors for Crazy Fish. What can he do in this final sector? Do the triple right-hander. Down to second gear, right back up to 4th.
Stygian something like
The final corner corner now. Crazy Fish across the line. It's a 24-8 for the Red Bull. We move to Camo. Following Camo looks to be Quirky. Across the line, Camo's going to take a 25-5. 25-2 for Quirky.
Staging in the final sector, about to start his flying lap.
Eagle takes a 25-2, 6-9, just ahead of Quirky. We go to Steffi out of the final corner now. It's a 25-0. He takes P2. Locker coming out of the final corner now. 54-0 through the first two sectors. It's 25-7. He takes P6.
Staging coming across the line.
Next two men to cross the line will be starting their hot lap.
Staging get a good turn one. Keep it nice and tidy, nails the apex. Now over the turn 2 and 3 can be tricky for some drivers. Can he keep it on the track? He does well and keeps it tidy through there as well. And a little bit of a twitch, but it's fine. Doesn't lose too much time now into the new layout of the track with just a hairpin now. Has moves quite well through there. Had a good accent. Now down in the straight, shifting up the gears as he goes now down into the chicane. Goes down all the way down to second gear. Up the hill now, round the right hander, now onto the main big straight. Not lucky enough this lap to pick up a toe like the other lap he had with the double toe. Now into the final sector, the 53, didn't get to see what the other decimals, but pretty decent far for staging. It's now comes into the sweeping triple hump now around the final 2 corners.
14, sorry.
What will be as staging now is going to be coming across the line. It will be a 25-3 for staging P6.
Tornado coming out of the final corner. He'll be starting his hot lap now. We move on to Macy Q, the man who's coming through the penultimate corner now through the final corner. To the line, it's going to be a 24-6 for the Haas. It's pole, provisional pole. Next man across the line will be Cornish. He'll be starting his hot lap. Matty not far behind, but he's way off the time, and he's invalidated his lap, so he might just be doing a bit of a warm-up lap here. Well, this isn't like last game. You can't really do 2 laps on these tires and expect the tires to have the same grip the next lap. Oh, and he just almost came to a full stop on the exit of the corner. I don't know if he did that on purpose or not, but that'll certainly hamper this lap as well.
Cornish.
Almost feel the rear end on Matty starting to kick out, and he's invalidated again on the exit of turn 4. So we move on to Cornish. Coming into the chicane of turn 6-7. Got a second gear for this one for him. Put the third on the exit. Opens the DRS. Tornado across the line puts up a 24-1. It's almost half a second on pole for him.
Very good lap by Tornado there. Cornish
runs a little wide on the exit of the second hairpin. Keeps it valid though. Come through the final section now. Under the hotel. The spot where Latifi crashed out at the end of the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Now through the penultimate corner, now through the final corner. Up down to the line, it's a 24-6. It's P3 for the AlphaTauri. We move to Matty. He's diving into the pits. How about Jenkins? He has yet to put up a time. Actually, maybe Slither and me know he's invalidated. So we will go over to Jenkins. Gain of 6-7.
Staging the championship computer needs to go out again. He's only P9. He's still in the pits. 6.5 minutes left of the qualifying session.
53.45 for Genghis Logan through the first two sectors. Runs a bit wide on the exit of the second hairpin. Out through the triple right-hander. Doing a good job keeping it clean.
Genghis Logan, can he get out of the bottom 5 and help his teammate Stygian? And he's coming across the line now, and he was P2 in 1:24.6.
24.6, he beats out Macy Q by 4 thousandths of a second. We moved to, not Slither and me, we moved to Quirky Turtle. He's improving his time by 55 hundredths. How much more time can he find in this final few corners? To the line, it's a 24.6. He found 5/8 of a second.
Willem coming out now.
That's right, that's how quick I am with fractions, if anyone's wondering. 5/8 of a second improvement for Quirky. It puts him P4, just ahead of Cornish. 24.662.
Willem coming out of the pits. He's going to be fighting for the lead of this race against probably his fellow Dutchman Stygian.
Ooh. And Crazy Fish finds just enough time to take P4, and Camo takes P2 with a 24.3.
Looks like it's going to be an exciting end to the Q2 session.
Certainly can be. Might have a bit of a dull moment here soon, though.
It's very close around the bottom 5 here, although 3 of them haven't settled up yet.
From P3 to P7 is a separation of about, let me do this by liter, about less than 7 hundredths of a second, 69 thousandths of a second. Nice.
Crazy Fish very slow on the straights.
I think Crazy Fish might be out of fuel. We're gonna ride along with him. No, he's burning fuel. He is burning fuel, so he might be burning it to put up one more lap. Honestly, shocked anyone would put in extra fuel in their car. Cornish coming out of the pits now. Jay Slee on an outlap along with Eagle and Slither and me.
Stygian still not coming out?
No, I don't think he's gonna come out until about the last possible second.
Get track ramped up as much as it can be. His final lap.
Certainly, we got a yellow for Willem. Willem losing the rear end on the exit of turn 3, and
He needs to get around the track quickly to be able to do another outlap if he wants to pit. I don't know if he's enough fuel.
the Flying Dutchman of Stygian now out of the pits.
Tornado
is retired from the session. He's still got 0.2 of a second lead over P2, so I think he feels pretty confident with what he's got. Eagle heading into turn 5. He's got 0.2 of an improvement in the first sector alone.
Stygian warming up his tires, seizing the first sector of his outlap. Marty coming out of the pits now as well.
Anybody outside the top 5 should be coming into the pits. Or coming out onto the track, I should say.
Is Willem going to do another lap, or is he going to dive into the pits and try to get round for another one?
Camo has retired from the session now. He's satisfied with his lap.
Willem is going round it for another lap.
The 39.4 for the McLaren, so he was on a hot lap when he spun. It's not what you want to see. Eagle passes Stygian. And through the final corner, what can the man do?
Stygian starting his
24.7. P8 for the Alpine, I mean.
Stygian starting his final hot lap of Q2 session. He get into the top 10.
Eagle goes way off the track to get out of his way.
To the Q3 shootout. As he's going into the new hairpin now, down to third gear, has a good exit, shifts up the gears for the straight, as he's coming now down to the chicane to go up the hill, all the way down to second gear for Stidgen. Can he keep it tidy through here? He does. He gets a good exit now onto the long straight.
Ooh, and Cornish puts up P2 with a 24.3.
Now Stidgen coming into the final sector of his lap, as coming into the swooping part of the lap now, flat out around here.
And Willem puts up P4, the 24.5.
Can keep it valid through here? He does as well. A lot of people seem to go wide through there. He's coming around to the final corner now. Needs a good exit here. Does so. He comes across the line
and
for
it's a
P6.
24.6. He beats his teammate just marginally by 4 thousandths. His teammate having just crossed the line to start his final hot lap. The next man we're going to look at is Crazy Fish. Crazy Fish, how much more time can he find? Only 0.05 of a second. It gets him to P6. But it might not be enough. Qualifying is over. Steffi was already in the pits when the flag dropped, so he is out of the session. And that is right. Eagle is also out of the session.
Quirky, he's
Jay Slee
P10,
diving
he's
into the pits.
here.
What is Macy Q do? Macy Q also dives into the pits. Slither and Me will be the next man across the line. Can he crack the top 10? No,
Quirky,
it's P12.
Quirky only
dives into the
P10.
pits.
Lock needs to do
Matty
something
has
here.
validated his lap. What about Locker? What can he do? Across the line, he finds 3/10, but it's not enough. He stays P14. So Quirky makes it by the skin of his teeth. Jengus looks like he was trying to put up another lap. Does he improve it all here? And he does. He finds another 1400ths. It puts him to P4. Stitch and Crazy Fish are backing off of their laps. Willem diving into the pits. They all know they're safe. Although, I don't think Stidgen had much of a choice. I think he ran out of fuel. And Crazy Fish certainly has run out of fuel, so that'll be it for Q2. Tornado, Cornish, Camo, Jengus Logan, Willem, Jay Slee, Crazy Fish, Stidgen, Macy Q, and Quirky Turtle are your top 10 for Q3.
After the first two qualifying sessions, Stidgen doesn't seem to be showing great pace as he usually does. He's just been kind of taking it casual, just about got through into Q3 there with P8. So hopefully he can do better in third qualifying session. But yeah, it's pretty good Q2 as well, along with Q1. Willem got to do another lap after he spun on his hot lap. He got around quick enough and recharged his battery to do another lap.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Stidgen is just waiting for Q3. Maybe Stidgen's just putting in a good enough lap to make it through, but not a crazy lap. But who am I to say? The bottom five, the five who do not make it into Q3, Eagle, Slither and Me, Steffi, Locker, and Maddie. An unfortunate day for Maddie, who did not get to put up a valid lap time for Q2. Your entire top 10 less than half a second apart. This could be a very competitive race tonight.
It could well be. Chat's there hasn't been many conversations going on as there was in the first qualifying session. Grunty last saying Fish being the dark horse. He has showed some good pace here in the first two qualifyings. So hopefully he can keep that up in this most important one, Q3. everyone's still in the pits. No one coming out just yet.
Well, let's wait on that. Crazy Fish, the man you just mentioned, looked like he could be coming out, but so does one of the Williams guys. I believe it is Genghis. No, it's Stygian, actually. Stygian will be the first man out of the pits, followed by Crazy Fish, followed by the Haas of Jay Slee.
His sore from says Stygian's time trial is a 25 flat. He'll have to ship better pace than that if he wants to grab position in this race.
Well, I never really pay attention to time trials. Some people are very good in time trial and they're absolutely awful in races. Other times they're awful in time trial and they're really good in races. Time trial is definitely not what I use as a template.
Yeah, I'd probably do a full practice qualifying and maybe like a 25% race to see what the tire times are like with my setup.
Like, I think my time trial, and I only did like a lap, maybe like a lap or two in time trial here today. And I think my time trial was like a 29.7. I didn't really try to put up a time that was very good. I just tried to put in a time, period. Yeah, Stygian doesn't push in time trial yet. I know a lot of people who are like that. Stygian comes out of the final corner. He is going to be starting the first hot lap of this final qualifying session. Who do you think is going to get pole, though, tonight?
I think Willem or Tornado could grab it. Because Willem showed good pace in the last race, and he's shown good pace in these qualifying sessions. Tornado, he's just always fast, isn't he? And he's got the Tornado in his name, and they seem to be quite fast, so good name for him. Stygian, I don't think he's really showed the pace so far unless he's sandbagging. I don't think he can grab pole position and take advantage of Grundy isn't here today. I haven't seen too many.
Because if Stygian wants a good chance to take advantage of Grunty's absence, as I mentioned in the beginning of this stream, he's going to have to win. In order to win, you want to start as high as you can, and no better place to do it than pole. 3.78 for Stygian through the first two sectors. He's coming through the hairpin into the triple right-hander now.
What can he do for his first Q3 lap? It's looked pretty tidy so far. Keeps it valid through here. He's coming to the penultimate corner now down to the last one. Across the line. What can he set?
25-1 for the Williams. So we move on to Jay Slee, who's coming out of the final corner. He was a 53.8 through the first two sectors. It's a 25-0 for him. We move on to Crazy Fish. And across the line, it's a 24-4 for Crazy Fish.
Grunty with his
Camo 24-7.
Grunty with his predictions in chat. Very valid predictions.
And Quirky with a 24-1.
I think that's the exact same lap time there was in Q2.
That it was, and he is just absolutely. He must be attached to a rocket ship right now. I mean, he is absolutely flying tonight. But honestly, I was going to say my top predictions are either Willem, Quirky, or Tornado. Tornado's always a very good qualifier. Quirky's proven again and again that he is not one to sleep on in races, in qualifying, and in sprint races. We now move to Genghis, unless Stygian's planning on putting another lap. He is not, so again, back to Genghis. Out of the final corner for the Williams. Ooh, nearly loses the rear end across the line. It's a 25-2 for the Williams. Currently, they hold the bottom two spots. if they want to take advantage of one of the two AlphaTauris being missing, they're going to want to get as high up the grid as they can.
Yeah, it's very competitive here this year, so can't be sleeping. This is especially opportunities like this when your championship rivals aren't attending. So,
Crazy Fish going to start another lap. Looks like Tornado may have invalidated his last lap because it said it was a 34.3. But it did not show up. Willem takes pole. It's a 24.0. Could we see times in the 23s? It's not really a matter of when or how. It's a matter of who and when.
Slushy P spitting facts in the chat. I'm not as good as the man alongside me.
Well, to be fair to Connor, he's not nearly as experienced as a commentator as I am. I've been doing this. This is my second season doing commentary for RSF1. I did almost all of last year, one way or another, for them. I did a whole season of commentary for DTF1. I've done commentary for 2 other leagues, ROM, and then I can't remember what it was called. The other one was called. It was some Australian league, though. They did races. Like, for them, it was like nighttime. For me, it was like crack of dawn. So.
23-8 by Tornado.
Ooh! Tornado! See, this is why I didn't sleep on Tornado. This dude is an absolute monster of a driver. I just think for him, he just hasn't had the luck during the races, and hopefully tonight, maybe that'll be a different story.
Well, there's still a long way to go in the championship. Maybe he can be one to pull it back and maybe still be in that championship fight with Stygian and Grunty. Maybe Willem could pull along as he showed good pace in the last 2 races.
Certainly can. Tornado's run out of fuel. It's a 23.8 for him, though. That is an absolutely ridiculous time to be putting up. The first man out of the pits for another run is going to be the AlphaTauri of Cornish. Another man who just hasn't had any luck whatsoever this season. He's been great during qualifying, but he has not been able to put up a single performance during a race worthy of points. Just a tragic start to his season. Hopefully tonight can be the turnaround he's been looking for. Now, Slushy Peas, in my honest opinion, I would say there's about 3 commentators at or above my level. Those guys are Michaels. Shout out to my guy Michaels. Used to commentate with him. He and I loved commentating with him. Rage Quit, another dude. Absolutely loved him. He's absolutely awesome guy. If you two are watching, how y'all doing? And the third guy I would say is... what's his name? I know his name in the Discord, but for some reason oh, what am I saying? It's Shane. Shane. I don't know why I forgot him for a second there. But Shane is probably the third guy I would say is at or above my level. If all 3 of those guys say they're better than me, I wouldn't argue. I'd be like, yeah, I mean, in some ways, you guys are better than me. Cornish now starting his hot lap. We've got Corky out in an out lap. Jay Slee's on an out lap, and it looks like one of the Williams drivers is on an out lap. It's Genghis Logan. Genghis has got to be careful not to block the AlphaTauri. He can give him a tow, but he cannot block him.
Stygian's still in the pits. He needs to come out soon. Oh, no, he's out now.
Oh, Cornish tried to get a tow off Genghis, and Genghis was trying to get out of the way.
Stygian coming out for his out lap now. He'll need to set a really good lap here for his final out lap, as he really does need to take advantage of Grunty not being here because it's the race win. Even if the race win, he'll still be behind Grunty. That's how dominant Grunty has
That
been.
is
this
true. I
season.
haven't commentated with you yet, Grunty. So who knows? Maybe. Who knows? Oh, and Cornish runs wide. Cornish runs wide, and he has to back out.
Corky on
Gonna have to get out of the way
probably
for
his
Jenkins
final.
now is coming up
final
behind
lap.
him.
Corky now coming down to the chicane. Does go down.
Got two very slow cars on their outlaps. It's the Aston Martin of Camo and the McLaren of Willem down the backstretch.
Stigil in the final sector now, about to start his final flying lap of qualifying. He's won very much. He's improved by a lot here. Second and 4 tenths. Stigil is behind current provisional pole. Doesn't need to spin it through here like a lot of other drivers have done today.
Jengis is slowing down. He's invalidated his lap. Jengis won't have another shot, but he will be trying to give his teammate a tow. He lets Crazy Fish through. And Quirky has retired from the session. We're going to ride on board with Stygian, see how much of a tow he's going to get. And oh boy, that's... Yep. Top speed of 204 miles an hour for Stygian down that backstretch.
As he's coming down now, straight to start the final
Jay
sector.
puts up a 24-1. It's his P3 provisionally for the Haas.
Stygian 4 tenths up in his lap after the first 2 sectors. As he's now coming through the sweep.
Gonna have to find a lot more than 4 tenths if he wants to be on the top step. Cornish across the line. It's a 24-2. It's P5 for him. Not a bad starting spot for him at all.
Coming through the final corner now, Stygian for his final lap. Qualifying will it be enough for pole position for Stygian? The flying Dodge when he comes across the line. It's only P7 for the championship.
He found 9 tenths. 9 tenths. 9 tenths, it wasn't enough. That's just, you hate to see that. Tornado's invalidated his final lap, but it doesn't matter. He's still on pole for now. Willem has found less than a tenth through the first 2 sectors, so even if he finds some, he's gonna have to find another 2 tenths.
Here. It's very tight for the
Across
last
the line.
corner. It's still
He
not
doesn't take it. I don't think Cam did either. It looked like he only got up to P6. It's P2 for Willem. And Tornado holds on to pole by about a tenth of a second. Wow. It is absolutely nuts.
8/100ths of a second. Willem.
And your top 2 are the only 2 under a 24-1. Jay Sleeves, P3. Crazy Fish, P4. P5 for Camo. P6, Quirky. P7, Cornish. 8th for Stygian. 9th for Jengis Logan. And P10 for Macy Q. He did not put up a lap time.
Hello,
he didn't even come out for a final run.
Nope. That's...
Hello, Horizon. How are you doing, my guy? Your top 8, less than 4 tenths of a second apart, but after that, you've got Jengis, who didn't really put up much of a good lap, unfortunately for him, and
he did sacrifice his lap
Macy Q, who did not put up a lap. He did, and he did a pretty good job. It just wasn't enough, unfortunately.
Stygian, even with the 2, still didn't get pole position, so I'm pretty worried for Stygian here with his qualifying pace, but hopefully he does have the better pace and try and damage the gap between Grunty and him. As we're waiting for the lobby host to give the signal when they're ready up, so we can start.
Well, we're gonna be taking about a 5-minute break or so.
There's a formation lap today,
hopefully.
I believe, as well. As the bug is fixed.
The formation lap is immersive, I believe, so
Is the bug fixed? Drivers now getting their setups and stuff on, getting ready for the formation lap, as the bug has been fixed with the tyre temps. Some people were getting their tyres reset to the normal temperature before you begin the formation lap. It was happening for a few weeks, and we were without a formation lap for a couple of weeks. Turns out you're correct, Grunty. Hope you're cheering on staging, Grunty. Drivers going to do the things they need to do, as there's probably a couple of minute break.
I'm gonna be back in a sec. I gotta go take a leak.
Good sportsmanship there from Grunty, cheering on his championship rival staging to win the race. Didn't have the greatest of qualifiers, he's down in, I believe, P7. So hopefully he can P8 staging, hopefully he can climb the order up. His flying Dutchman friend, though, is in P2, good qualifying from him. Everyone's starting on the mediums, apart from Genghis, Locker, Genghis and Locker just starting on the hards. Interesting strategy from them two. Probably going for one stopper. Everyone else maybe might stretch the medium for a one stop, but maybe a two stop. As someone has read, but don't know if the lobby host did tell them to, but someone has readied up. Yeah, I don't see the message from the lobby host, so someone has unfortunately readied up. As the formation up begins now.
And I am back just in time. So, and it doesn't. Oh no, it's formation lap. Formation lap. So your starting grid order: Tornado, Willem, J Sleek, Crazy Fish, Camel, Quirky, Cornish, Stygian, Genghis, Logan, Mesa Q, Eagle, Slytherin Me, Steffi, Locker, Maddie, Benny Boy, Veloce, Poyea, Shane, and Breezy. Breezy going off the track almost into a wall. Everyone on the medium tires except Camo, Genghis, Logan, and Locker. Honestly, shocked there are not more, with a full grid, I'm shocked there aren't more drivers on the hard tires. I would say every team should have one driver on hards and one on mediums. That's just my thought process, though. Do not let my thought process change what you do with your team or your strategy. So, is there anyone you think in the bottom 10 that can make their way up and possibly either in the points if they're far enough back or onto the podium or even, win?
Breezy, Locker, Shane.
I can see why you would say Locker, Shane, and Breezy. Locker is a very smart, consistent driver. He does not make a lot of mistakes. Anytime he's in an accident, it's usually He's usually not at all his fault. I don't think I've seen a single incident be his fault. Of course, I'm not an F2 steward. I wouldn't know that. Shane is a very quietly good driver. He does not get involved. So again, a lot like Locker, he doesn't get himself involved in stupid incidents. Doesn't make stupid mistakes. And he always knows when to make a move. Breezy is a very all over the place driver. He is you see him start from the front, the back, the mid, field.
Waiting on Breezy now to line up his car in the
I
grid.
certainly wouldn't say Breezy's a bad driver. Genghis Logan did not level or line his car up right, neither did Genghis Logan, neither did Locker.
Breezy got it perfect. There was lights out about to start.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Lights out and away we go here for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Got a handful of drivers have a bit of a good start. Some have a bad start. Tornado with a really good start. Ooh, contact between him and Willem though, and Willem's going to take the point.
Danny Booknice, Locker.
Oh, and
Locker,
Quirky and Locker have
crash
spun out, and Macy Q's out.
That'll be a
What
safety
happened?
car. That will be a safety car. No safety car.
No.
Stegin now up in the P6. Good start from him. But Staffy.
Very good start from him. Breezy up to P13. Valache up to P10.
Breezy go for a move on Staffy. There's a lot of battles going on here. Who are we riding on board with? As Cornish goes for a move on Stegin. And Stegin now down to P10. Stegin go for a move.
Stegin may have made that move off track. He might have to give that spot up. I don't know. He might not count it.
No, but it's not a blast.
He was off track, so he's still good. He keeps it going. Oh, we got a spin behind. It's Breezy and Poea now.
My prediction about Breezy might not be good. Stegin back down to
Back
P9.
to the front. The only people who changed spots in the top 5 are P1 and P2. Willem and Tornado.
Good start from Willem. Now 7 times gap now. As it is coming down as has a slipstream or whatever on the streak.
Another man with a great start we haven't mentioned yet. Eagle up 5 spots.
Stegin got up to P6, then had a battle with Cornish. Got pushed off the track, I believe, and it's now down to P9. But yellow flag in sector 1 now. Who's that for?
Poea. Yeah,
great race
spun off again. Macy Q has left the session after just an absolutely unfortunate
Staffy side by
end to
side
his
with
race.
So he got the move done on the straight. Good move from him.
Oh, looking behind, both Valache and Maddie lost the rear end.
Locker was side by side with Breezy through the chicane now. Unfortunately, Locker backed out, which was a smart thing to do for him. But he's got a slipstream now on Breezy.
He's already been in an incident. Oh, we got Valache. Oh, almost completely lost it out of the second hairpin. Beginning in sector 3. Definitely not what you want to see from the AlphaTauri team.
Flag in sector 3 now too, and that's Poea.
Poea again. Out of the second hairpin.
No, he just keeps.
Oh, she's absolutely melted the rears.
Oh,
Got another yellow. It's for Breezy. He's trying to get into the pits. He and Locker may have gotten together.
They were side by side for the chicane when I seen it, and Breezy might have clipped.
Quirky's gonna have to watch out.
What doing?
Oh, he does. Poea's burnt out the rear tires. Now they're losing it every corner, so they're just gonna have to be real easy.
Gonna be lapped soon. Oh, it's one again.
Back to the front runners.
I'd just retire. Back to Willem now. The gap down to 4 tenths.
Oh yeah,
It's
has
another
retired
yellow
from the
flag.
session.
Yeah. Unfortunate for them.
Oh! Tornado getting awfully close to Willem.
It's been an
think there was
interesting battle for
Any
the rest
contact
of the
there,
race.
but... We got another yellow. It's for Veloce. Boy, he's just not had any... Just not had the start he's wanted whatsoever. Oh no. Oh, there's the AI.
Oh, what happened?
Oh boy. Oh! Oh!
What's happened?
I think it was Eagle missed the AI of Poyea by maybe a millimeter. Wow, that was dangerously close. I cannot believe that he avoided that.
What
Oh, I'm
else is
aware
happening?
Poyea is a girl. No offense to Connor, it's Connor who keeps saying he.
Yeah, sorry.
And Breezy has now lost the rear end. Out of turn 3, he's on the softs, and he gets a 3-second time penalty for that. Alright then. Back to your top 2. This is the absolute best camera angle until you get to this part of the track. If we could just stay right like this, that would be perfection. Yeah, it was Slytherin. Yeah, no, Slytherin definitely had a heart attack, I can imagine. It looked like Jay Slee's going to be able to catch these top 2. And stay along. Benny Boy spins out of the penultimate corner.
Ooh, as Benny Boy, yeah. Yes, won it and it's down to
And Benny
P16.
Boy's disqualified for facing the wrong way. Maddie's left of the session. If you can, hit him up with an invite.
Body?
Maddie 1929.
Yeah. There we go.
Gonna focus on our top 2 here. Willem right behind Tornado. Can Willem get the move done here?
Won't let me view profiles, so I'll have to go into find someone.
No, Willem's not gonna go for the move here. And gets getting the move done on Slytherin.
I haven't paid it money back.
Shane with the 3-second time penalty. Breezy back in the pits again. Breezy now onto the hard tires.
This battle between Willem and Tornado is going to be a good one. They've been battling for most of the race. They've switched positions now, which I didn't actually see. But
They've swapped spots a couple of times. And oh, we got a few guys getting a penalty there. Shane and I think maybe Breezy got a 3-second time penalty there.
Willem and Tornado do need to be covered here in case the Haas and Crazy Fish do catch up. But Willem's now got a slipstream on Tornado and he does look for a move, but he's a bit too far back into the chicane and doesn't quite go for it. He does have DRS in the straight. Can he go for a move at the end of it? He's also got a toe on the straight. Will he be close enough to go for a move? He is, and he goes for a move into the new sector 3 layout. Either side by side, still through it. Bit of contact there as he does push Tornado off the track. But Willem does get the move done. A bit dodgy, but still stuck. As he pushed Tornado off the track, and he might have got a warning for it, I'm not sure. But it's a great battle between these two at the minute. As Jay
It is
Slee now
after
is
6
catching up
laps,
to them.
these guys. No, I don't think Jay Slee's caught them at all. Not that I've seen anyway. It doesn't look like he's caught them at all. Oh, we got a yellow. It's for Breezy. He's crashed out.
Breezy, oh dear. I said he might get points, but turns out no, his body is disconnected from the session again.
He just crashed out. He lost control turns 2 and 3, and once he lost it, it was gone. And there's going to be no virtual safety car or safety car for that, despite that being at the pit exit.
Yeah, I did crash down at pit exit, a Bahrain tier 3 that caused a safety car, so I don't know what's going on there.
Couldn't tell you if I were paid to. I got no idea. Genghis Logan getting a spot. Stygian is up to P7. Oh, hold up. We got some... There we go. We got a helicopter view of Jay Slee. We'll watch along with him.
Willem spawn.
Oh, when he almost
hit the house.
Jay Slee.
Jay Slee just about
This is going to be huge for Tornado and everyone else behind Willem. It's going to allow them to get a free spot.
Eagle as well, just behind Willem. With Willem's tires being a bit warm, yeah, he goes off the track. It's exactly what I thought would have happened. He comes back on, still ahead.
Oh, and he spins.
He spun. Yeah, I thought that would have happened.
Wall, but it's with the rear end, and he's lost it again.
I did think that was going to happen with the tire tamps, but that's unfortunate for him. But Stygian now in P6, trying to catch up to Eagle, close the deficit between his championship rival Grunty.
Malache with the 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, Tornado's got a 2-second gap now on Jay Slee. He's got nothing but clean air in front of him.
It's been a very good race so far. Battles everywhere on Slytherin and Genghis Logan.
Slytherin on the outside of Genghis. Doesn't look like it's going to work there.
So
right there,
Staffy now getting involved in this battle. As he overtook Slytherin as well. And he's now up towards Genghis Logan as well. P6 and 7 for the Williams so far.
And Cornish. Cornish is spun. He's got wing damage, I can tell.
He has got no end plate on the left side of his front wing. As Williams in the pits now, he did have wing damage, I believe. As he's retired.
And Willem has retired from the session.
Yes,
wow.
Why has
I
Willem
don't know.
done that? He could have got a safety car and worked his way up.
Do not know, but Cornish is in the pits on new hards now.
Will he get to the end of those?
Go to the end.
But Crazy Fish has DRS on J now on the straight, and a toe as well. So side by side, Crazy Fish should get the move on before the corner, which he does. He's fully ahead. Jesse won't be able to fight back through this corner just yet.
I don't think Jesse can fight it at all. Crazy Fish looks like he's got the spot, and he might get away with it. We've now had 5 drivers DNF, or 4 DNF, 1 DSQ.
No, so Danny Boy for going the wrong way when he was trying to rejoin the track. That is unfortunate for him.
Genghis has left the session. Try to hit him back with an invite.
Stygian.
Because that could very well hurt Slytherin me right now. No, Genghis.
Genghis looking. Yeah. Stygian's up the back of Eagle is what I was gonna say.
Don't think he's gonna get Eagle though. Eagle close. Maybe not. No, he's not this time. I mean, Stygian should have a pretty easy chance at getting
He's gonna go
past
around the
Eagle
outside
here.
of
He's
the
gonna go to
chicane.
the outs. Could it work?
The
Gonna need a
best
better
place to
camera
go
angle.
side by
Come on,
side for
game.
here.
There we go.
Great battle for here.
Stygian
has
backed
DRS
off.
again. Stygian
Backed
has
off so he could get the
again.
DRS.
Good tactical thinking by Stygian there, as he's going to be fully ahead going into the corner. He is just about, but Eagle trying to go for a switchback line. Doesn't quite get it. Stygian covers him off, good defending by him.
With that, Stygian's got P5 now. Back to the front. Crazy Fish has taken the lead. And we got a yellow. It's for a Ferrari of Shane.
Yeah, not a good
Crazy
move
Fish
from
has
him.
got the lead. Jay Slee's in the pits. Stygian follows. I don't know about those two pitting as early as they have.
Yeah, maybe not the best tactical decision by Stygian that he has done. But you never know, it could pay off with the undercut on the drivers ahead like Eagle. Although I do believe he was ahead of Eagle when he did make his pit stop.
Stygian was just ahead of Eagle when he did it.
Stygian now is going to come out just behind Locker. Hopefully it doesn't hold him up too much here. They are on different strategies, so Locker shouldn't hold him up too much. But Stygian is on those cold hard compound tires that can be very challenging on those open
Tornado
couple of
around
laps.
the outside of Crazy Fish. He's going to get the job done.
It does say that hards can go from lap 7 to the end, as Stygian box on the end of lap 10. So he will be going to the end of those tires. He has DRS on Locker, but it's a bit too far back and is picking up the slipstream, but still can't go
Shane
for
gets
a
a
move.
5-second speeding penalty and he's going to retire
Shane's
from the
retired.
session.
Was that in the pits?
It was in the pits. Eagles now decided to pit onto the hards. Is anyone else going to follow him? It doesn't look like it.
Oh, Stygian there, hit the back of Locker there. Stygian does get a better action than Locker on the corner, and it's set with him now, going into turn 1. Got the inside line, but chooses to just
right
yield
around
the
the
position.
outside of him and he gives it, takes it. Stygian's now got 3 seconds, 3.2 seconds between him and Jay Slee, who's currently P1 on the strategy they're doing. No one in front of them pit either, so Stygian is 24.8 seconds back on the leader, 21.5 seconds back on the leader for Jay Slee. We've got a yellow for not Cornish, it's for Valache. Not sure what Valache was doing. Cornish on the sauce, I'm not sure what he's thinking there, but back to our top two. How much longer do these two go before they pit?
They
Not
have
this
been
time.
out quite a while. Quirky and Veloose now battling. Oh, Quirky I think just spun.
And Slither and Mead decides to pit. Maddie also coming into the pits now. Jay Slee's gonna put
Stygian
as will
up in the
Stygian.
P7 as well. As Stygian is ahead of Locker by quite a bit now. After that undercut was quite powerful, as what Ethan did, as it's now got a 2-second gap while Locker is on those cold, hard tires. Lap 13 out of 29 here, a lot has gone on, but the gap between the leaders is still only 3 tenths. Now Crazy Fish has got DRS on Tornado and he's side by side with him going into the chicane. He does.
Around the outside and he gets him. Oh, maybe not. Still
Oh,
side by side on the exit, and he gets him now. Crazy Fish back up into P1.
As Muddy Biscuit says, I'm surprised one of the top two didn't go for an undercut. As we've seen with Stigin, it was quite powerful. Stigin get the 2-second gap, while Locker's still in the cool tires and it's not the 2.6 second gap.
Speaking
so
of, the top two are coming in now, so does Steffi follow suit? No, he stays out. Camo's going to take the lead. And Steffi may have shot himself in the foot a bit here.
Slee, does he have the net lead? I think he might just do. It's going to be close.
He's going to have to pass both of these two. Tornadoes now just got to the pit exit.
Yeah.
And Jay Slee has passed them both. Does Stygian get them both, though? No, I don't believe he will.
No, but they're on cold tires.
Right behind Crazy Fish, but they're on cold tires, so probably not going to be able to defend them very well.
Straight as he does have the DRS, so does the Alpine in front. So although being on the cold tires, the Crazy Fish Red Bull does have DRS to try and defend off Stygian until his tires do warm up. But that's Velas out of the session.
Valache and Cornish have crashed. The teammates have crashed. And it's a full course safety car.
Camo and
bails.
Staffy now. Very lucky for them too. The last just changed the race completely. That Stygian, he was going to get past Crazy Fish and Tornado, but doesn't quite get it. As you see, the cars be called out. That's unfortunate for Stygian now, as he had just boxed a few laps later.
Steffi looking like the biggest genius on the planet. Camo probably was hoping that safety car came out a little bit later. He's gonna have to make his mediums last to the end, and they can go to the end from here, but it's not gonna be the easiest job in the world.
Bill Stygian and everyone for the mediums though.
Camo on the mediums, of course, Steffi onto the hards. Jengis has no choice but to go on to the mediums as well. Jay Slee is going to overtake all three of them, and he is going to inherit the lead. Tornado P2, P3 Crazy Fish.
P5 for Stygian.
P4 looks like Camo, and he does. He gets P4 just barely. Missing out on P3, actually.
And he's on those medium tires
Turtle gets a drive-through.
Oh, that's not good for Quirky. But he is down outside of the points anyway, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal for him.
Good news for Cornish is he doesn't get lapped. He was right in front of these guys. As it all happened, Connor has left the session, so I will have to re-invite him here. Where's his gamer tag? Believe I've lost my co-commentator. Which might be... Oh, his electric went out? Sheesh. It's the same thing that happened to me last week, and now it's happening to him? Damn, that sucks. Camo could win this race? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a possibility. I'm not going to sit here and say there's no way he's going to win. Certainly. Is he not paying his bills? I mean, I hope that's a joke, because I'm pretty sure the kid's 14 or 15. But Jay Slee is your race leader currently. P2 going over to Tornado, followed by Crazy Fish, Camo, Stygian, Steffi, Eagle, Jengus, Slither and Me, Maddie, Locker, Corky, and Cornish. Cornish apparently getting a 3-second time penalty. I'm not quite sure how you do that under the safety car. Joking, I've done that before. It's not fun. 15 seconds in penalties for Cornish. A drive-through for Quirky. 6 seconds for Locker. 3 for Maddie. Safety car should be in either this time or next time by. As long as, and we've got some position changing and... Oh! Tornado's crashed! What has happened? And there's a Red Bull wing there too. What has happened? Did Crazy Fish get into it? Steffi gets a 5-second penalty. Tornado gets disqualified. What has happened? Your controller turned off. Wow, that is absolute disgrace. I know that feeling though. God, that's terrible. Tornado, one of our top drivers in this race, has now just left the building due to a controller turning off. We now only have 12 drivers left. Crazy Fish having to pit after that due to losing his entire front wing. He has no choice but to go onto the softs. He doesn't have a set of mediums. I guess he doesn't have a set of mediums available. Yes, Orphan, if you want to. Definitely. Let me hit you up with an invite, my guy. All right. And now we've got another position change between Quirky and Cornish. And I guess Quirky just let him through on purpose. Yeah, I think, and the worst part is Crazy Fish was fighting for the win here. I really don't think he's going to have a chance now, unless another safety car comes out. It's just a terrible way to end the race for Tornado, for both of the AlphaTauris, which is what caused the safety car in the first place. So your safety car restart order: Jay Slee, Camo, Stygian now to P3. Followed by Steffi, Eagle, Jengus, Logan, Slither and Me, Maddie, Locker, Crazy Fish, Cornish, and Quirky Turtle. And Jasley going off pretty early. Oh, maybe not. Looked like he let off the gas and now he's going again. And we're back under green flag conditions with 12 laps left in this race. Stygian's gonna have to get through both of these guys if he wants to make a crack at this championship. Currently fastest lap belongs to none of these guys. Okay then. It's one of the 27.8. So the fastest lap belongs to Cornish right now, I believe. Still riding along with Camo. And it looks like Camo's gonna get the job done. He gets P1. Looking back. Jay Sleet not having much of a good restart here. Stygian. Can he find anything. I actually did send you an invite, Orphan. Let me... Alright. Back to the leader. Camo now pulling out over a second on Jay Slee. Could Camo win this race? He's going to have to keep finding more and more time. Camo across the line. He's going to put up the fastest lap of the race at 27.6. Stitchen's still looking to make a move on the Haas of Jay Slee. Jay Slee just does not have the pace compared to Camo. And Stitchen knows it. Slither and Me gets a 3-second time penalty. Well, Camo is just pulling away right now. Yeah, Stars, if you can't invite me to a party, I can't for some reason do this. And just curious, my party, Xbox party thing isn't working right. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Camo with a 2.2 second lead over Jay Slee now. Slither and Me gets past Jengus Logan. Locker past his teammate Maddie. Right now, a train is forming behind Jay Slee. Jay Slee is just a moving chicane right now, and unfortunately is absolutely killing one here. And again, a yellow is out. It's for Cornish. The worst luck in all of RSF1, and he's going to come into the pits. Either change to a new wing or he's just going to retire from the race. You certainly will want to be a little careful. We've got another yellow, and it looks like it's Quirky. Quirky has spun out of the final corner. Stitchen's getting past Jay Slee, and so is Steffi as he's going to dive on the inside of the Williams. Doesn't get the move done, though. He's just going to slot in right behind the Williams of Stitchen as we've got Camo still over 3.5 seconds now behind Arete. Steffi now in P3 as Jay Slee has lost 2 spots. He might be losing a lot more. These guys have their way with him. Already 7/10 back on Steffi. Doesn't look like he's going to keep catching these guys either. Something might be wrong with the Haas of Jay Slee. I don't think he should be losing this much time. There's something definitely wrong. I don't know if it's... I'm just not sure what it is, period. He's already outside the DRS of Steffi and Stitchen. And we got another yellow. This time it's for Locker. And he's without a front wing. This is going to give Quirky and Cornish a huge chance to come back. But only if they can, and without spinning again themselves. Camo now 4 seconds up the road. Steffi gets the move done on Stitchen. And Eagle loses it out of the chicane. Back to the front, Stitchen gets P2 back from Steffi. Around the outside, and it's good. Jengus gets past Jay Slee. It's P4 for Jengus. Williams looking like they could have an absolutely phenomenal day today. Meanwhile, Camo just having the time of his life right now. 4.5 seconds up the road. Cornish with another 3-second time penalty. And Camo puts up the best lap of the session again at 27.516. Stygian starting to pull away from Steffi. Cengiz catching up to back of the Ferrari of Steffi. He's less than 9/10 back now. Locker into the pits. Jay Slee also out of the DRS of Cengiz, and now Slithering Me's going to get a chance to catch up to him. Cornish pulls into the pits and he retires from the session. That is his race over. And Steffi gets the move done around the outside of Stygian. These two continuing to fight for position, but they're starting to catch back up to Camo. Camo now is only 3.9 ahead. He was about 4.6 up on them not long ago. It's got to wonder if Camo's burned his tires out. As Steffi puts up the best lap of the session. 27.198. He is definitely catching the Aston Martin of Camo. Camo's got to be smart and be careful so as not to burn his tires out any more than he may already have. I guess Jay Slee still outside the DRS of these guys ahead. Slither and me is going to get another chance to catch back up to him. Crazy Fish, I haven't said his name in a bit. He will get another chance to catch back up as well. Eagle getting past the Alfa Romeo of Matty for P8. Stygian, can he make the move down into the hairpin here? Not quite, he's a little too far back. For fuck's sake. Come on. Whatever, we're just going to have to do it on our own here. Xbox Party is just not working for me right now. Matty has rejoined the session. Camo's advantage is down to 3.6 seconds now. Can Steffi and Stygian catch him before the end of this race? And Cengiz, who's on the same tire life, can his tires, I should say, live to the end of this race? Basically just continuing to hemorrhage time. Despite not being on he's not on bad tires. Locker with the best lap of the session. Stygian gets passed by Steffi. Stygian gonna try and make a comeback here. I think right now the Williams drivers are just gonna hold position right now. Stygian doesn't have much ERS left, and oh, we got a big fight for P5. It's Crazy Fish gets around the outside of Jay Slee in the triple right-hander. I did not expect that to be an overtaking location, but here we are. Crazy Fish gets P5 from Jay Slee, and Slither and Me now is the next man on the list of cars to get through to him, or get through him, period. To the front, Camo now only has a 3.2 second lead, and that is continuing to dwindle. Will Steffi catch up and pass, and will he get a chance to catch up and pass him, or will he be just short? Stygian now with DRS, so is Cengiz. Jay Slee has got DRS for the first time in this entire final stint. Not going to be able to get the move on Crazy Fish, though. Stygian starting to drop out of the DRS of Steffi. He's going to have to stay in that DRS somehow. To the line, Camo is 2.7 seconds up on the guys behind. He's lost about a second over that last lap. 2.7 up. Slither and Me has decided to pit. Stygian's not going to get DRS down the straight. Does Genghis pass him, or does he hold position? Got a yellow in Sector 3. It's for the Alfa Romeo of Locker. He's coming into the pits. He might be putting on another set of tires. Back up to our race leader. Camo, only 2.5 seconds now is the gap between him and Steffi. But Steffi has got a penalty. Got a 5-second penalty. So really the guy he's got to watch out for is Stygian, who's 3.8 back on him. Genghis looks like he's trying to make a move on him, which is going to hold up Stygian. He's lost about 3 or 4 tenths since that. Definitely not what you want to see your teammate, your two drivers, be doing if you're the Williams, on the Williams, in the Williams garage. Gotta wonder whether that 5-second penalty Steffi's got is gonna be removed, as he's only 2.2 seconds back now on Camo. Gotta wonder whether Camo's tires are starting to feel bad or not. Oh, as Genghis and Stygian swap positions. So Genghis is going to take P3 and Stygian's out. Stygian is out. Grunty sighing the biggest, just let out the biggest sigh of relief he's ever had in his life. Locker now, all he's got to do is cross the line for this next lap, and he's going to get points. I don't believe what I've just seen. With 2 laps to go, Camo still has about a 2-second lead, 1.9 second lead on Steffi. And the only other guy who had a shot is gone. Just like that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't swap your cars in the middle of a corner. I don't believe it. I don't know what they were. I don't know what those two were thinking. Why Genghis would pass him there? I'm actually shocked. Locker's officially passed. Officially passed Stygian. He gets P10, which means he could literally park the car right now and get P10. Slither Me crosses the line. He gets the fastest lap. Doesn't look like he's got DRS from his teammate here, but he might be looking to get another fastest lap. Steffi is still catching Camo. About a second and a half back now, but I don't think he's got enough time. Coming out of the final corner, Camel will start the final lap of this race. Right on board with Steffi to see if he can catch him. A 1.1 back, heading into the hairpin. We're out of the hairpin, he gains about a tenth, at least a tenth. And Cengiz Logan is going to lose out on a podium because of his 3-second time penalty, which means Jace Lee right now could score a podium. He's just got to be smart about it, smart about his car in the track for this final lap. Eagle and Crazy Fish swapping positions for P5 and 6 on the final lap. Crazy Fish has somehow made these 12-lap-old softs last. Gonna be able to make him last the whole way though. Over to Steffi, he's still 1.1 back. I can't believe he hasn't caught him any quicker now. Coming through the final few corners. In the penultimate corner now, through the final corner, Camo is gonna cross the line and he's going to win his first race of Season 7 here at Abu Dhabi. P2 provisionally Steffi. Following those guys, we've got Cengiz and Jace Lee. Jace Lee is going to get P3. Cengiz Logan P4. P5 is going to be for Eagle. Followed by P6 going to Crazy Fish because Maddie got a 3-second time penalty out of the final corner. But that 3 seconds, now that I'm looking at the time, doesn't really make much of a difference. P6 Crazy Fish, P7 Maddie. P8 goes to Slither and me. Along with fastest lap, I believe. That is correct. P9 after penalties. P8 Quirky Turtle, P9 Slither and me. And Locker will get P10. Your DNFers, Stygian, Cornish, Valache, Shane, Willem, Breezy, Poea, Macy Q, Tornado, and Benny Boy. The final two of those being DSQs. Wow, what a race. And here are your podium celebrations. So don't think I'm going to be able to get anyone into a party tonight due to the Xbox party thing acting like an idiot, frankly. Yeah, it just keeps telling me I have a party and counted an error, so unfortunately that will be it from me tonight. A phenomenal race from a lot of these guys, an very unfortunate race for a lot of others. Just overall, pretty crazy race tonight. I have been your host, Days Freak. My co-commentator was Galaxy Connor 1. Thank you all for watching.